after these 5 officers were shot, 3 sheriff's deputies and 2 Florence police officers. The late word out of Florence tonight is that a city police officer has died from his wounds. Lauren Thomas is joining us now, and I believe you spoke to someone who was in the vicinity of the shooting when this took place.
Yes, JR, I got off the phone with a man named Derek Lowe who did a Facebook Live right outside of his backyard. He lives about 100 yards away from where all this took place, and he heard those sirens. He walked outside, began doing a Facebook Live, and here's what he had to say about what he saw this evening.
So it happened about 4:30, I believe, and then I had a neighbor that actually came and got a hold of us and said, "Hey, did you hear all that stuff going on?" And I said, "Yeah, we heard some stuff. I didn't know, what it was, and just heard the ambulances and sirens and everything going." And so I got out of the house. It was probably 4:45 or so when I went out back and saw everything going on. I didn't hear. I'm not sure if I heard the actual shooting or not, but I just heard a bunch of noises. And so then I walked out, towards the street and just saw, everybody gearing up and saw the, rifles and shotguns all the cops and everybody was holding. And then I was just standing out probably about 100 yards away from everything. Seemed like they were trying to get everybody out away from, the possible danger. And at that time I heard just from a buddy of mine that's been talking with, I guess, different people involved in it, said that there was about 3 to 5 people that were possibly injured or were shot at. And then we later heard that there was, it was 5 people that were shot at and 1 person possibly shot in the head from everything. And so I just saw everything that I was seeing was all the trucks going in loaded up with the different different people in uniform going in, and they're all loaded up, using flatbeds going into the neighborhood, and then they had armored trucks going to the neighborhood.
So how far away were you then from where this happened?
I was within 100 yards. My backyard is right up to Hoffmeyer, and so I just went in my backyard and my property line, and that's when I was starting to film it all.
Have you ever seen anything like this happen in your neighborhood in terms of, that many sirens, shots fired like this?
Nothing like that. Nothing like a shooting like that. I definitely, seen things here and there, and I've always lived in the Florence area, but haven't seen anything like that. I think that was big news to everybody, and everybody's been pretty captivated since then. And that's why I was starting the Facebook Live thing, and everybody was asking questions here and there. But yeah, it was pretty big. I don't think anybody has seen something like that close to home like that. You just hear about it and see it in the news, but don't actually physically get to see that kind of stuff.
Did Derek tell you, Lauren, exactly how far away he lived from the shooting scene?
He says that he's right at the entrance of where Vintage Place is. He's in the neighborhood next to it, but that area of Hoffmeyer Road, he's about 100 yards away from that. And he said that was a very congested area, as you could see from his video, and some of the people who live in Vintage Place still haven't been able to get back in their homes yet.
There are some reports that the shooting lasted anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. Did he make any mention to you how long he heard those gunshots?
He honestly didn't know how long. He says he could have heard some gunshots, but he didn't know exactly what he was hearing. He just heard all of the sirens and everything, and walked in his backyard and said, "Hey, let me start filming this and give people a better understanding of what's going on in that area."
Lauren, I want to thank you so much for that information there. I want to recap what we know here. Again, this afternoon, 3 Florence County Sheriff's deputies, 2 Florence police officers responding to some sort of situation. We're not sure what. There is a report tonight that perhaps a warrant was trying to be served at this home. We're working to confirm that right now. But for whatever reason, these officers were at this home today in the Village Place subdivision, which we understand is a upscale neighborhood not far from Hoffmeyer Road. And at some point, the shots started ringing out. 5 officers in all were shot. According to our station in Myrtle Beach, Florence, WBTW, a City of Florence police officer has died from those wounds. And again, the active shooter situation ended after about 45 minutes. A suspect is in custody. We also understand that somebody who was inside that home was also wounded by gunfire. Again, That's the information that we know right now. We are working to confirm some additional information. I will let you know we have Michael Fuller on the scene in Florence.